The trainer of the IBF heavyweight world champion, Britain's Daniel Dubois, Don Charles, has taken part in the discussion surrounding the upcoming rematch against Ukraine's Oleksandr Usyk, the holder of 3 championship titles. The British coach shared his emotions, expectations, and vision of the key moments ahead of the bout, which will take place on the night of July 19th to 20th in London. According to Charles, there is a special sense of anticipation in the team. The fight against Usyk in London is seen as a long-awaited moment they've been working toward for 2 years. Don noted that during this time, they have gathered as much information as possible about the opponent, since Dubois has already faced Usyk before. That was 2 years ago in Poland. It was there that both fighters got a feel for each other. Now, using that experience, the team is preparing a new and more well-thought-out game plan. The coach emphasizes, "We didn't just observe. We analyzed and compared data from back then with what's happening now. This is our job. It's our duty to make sure everything goes differently this time. We believe in victory, and we are confident that on July 19th, Daniel will come out as the winner." Speaking about his own expectations, Don Charles recalled previous major fights, particularly Derek Chisora's bout against Vitaly Klitschko. Back then, people also said the fight would end quickly, but it turned out quite the opposite. The experience gained over the years is now being used to its fullest. And now, according to Charles, the entire team, including Dubois himself, is literally itching to get into the ring. There's a shared sense of excitement and focus in the camp. This is not just the anticipation of a fight. It's the build-up to a true event. Moving on to the main challenge, Don Charles highlights. The name of that challenge is Oleksandr Usyk. He is undefeated, intelligent, technical, and incredibly composed. Moreover, Usyk's intelligence, Charles says, shows not only in the ring, but even outside it. But despite all the respect, the time has come to accept the challenge. And this time, the fight will not be away from home. It will be at their home stadium. To use a football analogy, this is now the return leg, and the bout in London is expected to be a real show. Daniel, as his coach says, has promised that show, and the team believes he'll deliver. Let us remind you that on the night of July 19th to 20th, London will host a big night of boxing. In the main event, unified world champion Oleksandr Usyk WBC, WBA, WBO will face the challenger Daniel Dubois, and this fight promises to be explosive. The second most significant event of the evening will be the bout between former 2-division world champion Lawrence Oakley and South African fighter Kevin Lerena. The WBC silver heavyweight title will be on the line. Kevin currently holds the WBC title in the Bridgerweight division. The intrigue is undeniable. Meanwhile, boxing legend and former 2-weight world champion Andre Ward shared his thoughts on the Usyk-Dubois rematch. According to the Hall of Famer, Usyk is the favorite. He emphasized that Oleksandr has more tricks, is smarter, more durable, and more technical. Yes, Dubois has punching power, but Usyk has true mastery. Ward's opinion was echoed by none other than Saul Canelo Alvarez. Not only did he express confidence in Usyk's victory, he backed it up by betting $500,000 on the Ukrainian champion.
Generally, I don't give a fuck.
When I see that level of focus and composure, I can't help but bet on him, Canelo wrote, sharing a screenshot of the bet. Usyk shared his thoughts on a potential fight between his former opponents, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. He said he would love to see that mega fight and admitted that, while both are huge stars, he personally favors Joshua. For me, it would be interesting. I'd watch that fight because Anthony and Tyson are big stars of the UK and of the world. I'd love to watch it. I think Fury hasn't retired. He's a crazy guy. But if you ask me, I'd probably pick Joshua, Usyk said.
Everybody wants them to fight each other. If you was in the studio doing commentary, who do you think is the favorite if they fight each other now?
Yeah,
Maybe it's Anthony Joshua.
Knockout points?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe points, I don't know.
However, the boxing world isn't only living off the Usyk-Dubois rematch. This week, 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao announced his comeback. And not just any return. He's immediately stepping into a fight for the WBC welterweight title against Mario Barrios. Terence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound kings, also placed his bet on the Filipino legend. According to Crawford, it's Pacquiao's experience and strength that will help him become champion once again.
I just think the experience, the power, is going to, take him to a victory.
And the most talked about moment of recent days was the knockout delivered by Britain's Hamzah Sheeraz in his bout against Edgar Berlanga. The fight took place in New York and was the evening's main event. Sheeraz became the official WBC mandatory challenger in the super middleweight division and could now face none other than Canelo Alvarez. Hamzah has already expressed his willingness to step into the ring with the Mexican star. Moreover, he promised, if the fight happens, he won't run from Canelo. Even if he loses, he'll go down swinging, not running. Let's wrap up with a touch of playful trolling. Oscar de la Hoya couldn't resist commenting after Berlanga's loss and took the opportunity to throw a jab. Berlanga, you got knocked out. Even Canelo couldn't do that, he sneered. So, the Usyk-Dubois rematch is the main attraction of the summer, but it's far from the only one. July is heating up in the boxing world, and this might just be the beginning.